And good Sunday afternoon, everyone. This is John and Sean with Pure Adrenaline Fantasy Sports, coming to you on this Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday right now. We've talked about doing a Monday stream. We haven't ironed that out yet, but we'll talk about that. But Sean, how are you doing this weekend?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, doing well. We were supposed to do some yard work yesterday, and I don't know about down by you, but it rained all day here yesterday till about 4 o'clock. So by that time, we were like, "Nah, we'll just do it. We'll do it next weekend." But yeah,
Push it
so
off every weekend.
yeah. Well, today it's beautiful out, but Kathy's out doing some other stuff. So, uh, but yeah, we're here to talk football, especially NFL and fantasy football. It's been quiet this week, but yeah, there's something going on with the MLB. With some Tommy Pham and Jock Peterson. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard they had a dispute over their fantasy waiver wire from last year, or IR spot or something. It's pretty sad when you see two uh, sports players having a fight over fantasy football, but I guess must have been a pretty serious league.
Yeah, let me see. Another thing that came up today was that Antonio Brown says he won't play football in 2022 per Yahoo Sports. Are you surprised by that? At least not
I
trying
mean,
to come back. I don't know if anybody would ever sign him, but
yeah, I don't.
he's saying he's not playing. So
Yeah, I saw that, and I mean, that's probably the best thing for his career not to want to play again, probably because no one's going to want to sign him. They would have to be pretty desperate to bring on somebody like that. But then I also saw that George Kittle might not be able to attend the Niners OTAs. I guess he's still banged up from the ending of last year. So that's not a good way to start a year when you're still banged up going into your next season of all seasons.
no, yeah, that's definitely not good at all. But let me. I got Twitter up. Let me put that on the screen here. to see to see what's going on here. This was from last night with Albert Breer. Evidently, Tommy Pham bowed up over anti-Padres gifts. I don't know how the story could get any better. I don't know. It sounds dumb. Uh, oh, right here. He says, "It is true. I did send a gift making fun of the Padres." Tommy Pham then quit the fantasy league in October. You ever been upset where you've quit a league?
Not in mid-year. I mean, I've never been able to quit a league and just drop the team and all that. So maybe he just stopped adjusting his team.
Yeah, I don't know. Or dropped everybody. I don't know. It's kind of uh, some things. Let's just go through some of the headlines here. Jadeveon Clowney on chasing the Super Bowl return to the Browns. He feels like they have a shot. Um, I think they have a shot at the playoffs, depending on what happens with Watson and how he plays, and if and for how long he's suspended. Um, your thoughts on the Browns? I thought they would have been a playoff team last year, but Baker got hurt. But your thoughts on the Browns as a team?
Yeah, I just don't think that they're a Super Bowl caliber team. I think playoffs is right about where they are. The wild card spot. I don't believe they're in a title or a division title match ready yet, but I feel like if they can get to wild card weekend, that would be a successful season. Just because Watson, obviously, we're not sure what's going to happen with him. So if he comes back for the year and he plays this year and he's good enough to get them in the wild card, I think that'd be a win. But if they were to miss the playoffs, it would just be typical Cleveland Browns having a good team and being overrated.
Yeah. So, and that's I don't know how to read that division. To me on paper, Baltimore looks like the best team. Then Cincinnati, then Cleveland, and then Pittsburgh. To me, how would you rate that division?
I still think you have to go Cincinnati number one just because they are the runner up to the Super Bowl last year. So I think you have to give them the edge there on that one. Baltimore, it's hard to say because they lost Marquise Brown and
Mm.
Lamar Jackson wants that contract. So, you don't give him that contract, you might not even have a quarterback, and Brett Hundley might be in there the whole year.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. Ian Rappaport. It doesn't look like anybody's been tweeting yet this morning. Can't get enough. Most important story in sports right now. Need more info. Oh, that's on the Jock Peterson, Tommy Pham thing. So let's see here. Ravens working to revamp secondary. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean,
taking a drink
say.
there. Now here we go again. Steelers. Mitch Trubisky says the Steelers never informed him that they were drafting a quarterback. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
he hasn't even been named the starter.
Yeah, exactly. So you still have to go out there and win the job. I mean, he probably has it in there in his contract. I'm sure that if he doesn't win the starting job, I'm sure there's a way they can release him or something.
Yeah, so let's keep going through here. The Seahawks, Packers, and Vikings had the fewest turnovers in the NFL last season. Oh, there was something else up here about interceptions. No, that's
right
turnover.
there.
That was that was the most turnovers last year. The Giants had the most. Then the Bears, Panthers, Jaguars, and Jets. But I could see I could see the Jets and Jaguars just because they had and the Bears. I don't know how much he actually played there, but they all had rookie quarterbacks, so there is a little bit of a curve there. But yeah, the Giants and the Panthers still on that list. That's not good.
Yeah, and they were all last place teams in their division.
Mm-hmm. So everybody that's watching, thank you for being here. Just drop something in the chat letting us know that you're here, or who your favorite team is, or who your favorite players are if you play fantasy football. Sean, besides anybody from your Minnesota Vikings, who are some of your favorite players in the NFL for fantasy purposes?
I mean, it all really varies. I mean, it all depends. Obviously, having like players like George Kittle on a team is key, or even a Mark Andrews. He definitely won me my fantasy championship last year, having Mark Andrews, just because he won over and above and really just did great. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have any favorite fantasy players. It all really varies to me on the team that they're playing and how they're playing. I mean, Davante Adams is always a great fantasy player to have, so you can't go wrong with having him. Even a Derrick Henry or an Austin Eckler. But to get all of those players on a team, you pretty much better hope you have a salary draft that you have a lot of money.
Yeah, and nobody 35713 is here. Says hi. How are you guys? Nobody. How are you? He joined us on draft night for our 4.5 hour stream on draft night. I believe he's a Steelers fan living over in Germany. So hopefully things are well over there. We are getting here to the beginning of June. Still kind of early for fantasy drafts, unless you're in dynasty leagues and you hold rookie drafts and stuff like that. But yeah, probably August really starts fantasy leagues ramping up. You think?
Yeah, late July, early August. I mean, it's too early to want to think fantasy numbers just because all you want to do is to draft a team now and then you lose 2 players, 3 players due to injury. So you don't want to do that. So you got to be one to wait till closer to the season to actually want to start anything and do anything just so you don't have to worry about injuries.
So nobody says he's fine for a Sunday. Yeah, that's how I usually feel on a Sunday. But with the holiday here in the States, we get the Monday off. But yeah, what time is it there in Germany? I don't know the hour difference. Sean, do you? You seem to know a lot about everything. What time is it in Germany?
Nah, I have no idea. I don't pay attention to clocks.
NFL most pass attempts in a single season. Man, Stafford. Now I wonder if, I don't know if this is a typo. He is with the Rams now, but in 2012 he would have been with the Lions. Nobody says it's 6'11". So 6-hour time difference. Not bad. Let's see here. Tom Brady in 21. Bledsoe from 94.
That's crazy to think that he threw that many passes back then.
Yeah. Back then, you had to do fantasy leagues through the newspaper. I'm trying to think. 94. No, I don't know. I don't remember how.
94 was before I was born.
When I started doing them online, I think 96 or 97 is when I started. I joined my first Yahoo Fantasy Football League online, but everything besides that was either through the mail or just with friends through the newspaper.
Yeah, I think it was like 95, 96, I think is when it really kicked off and was becoming something major.
So let's see here. Before we get into some other things, let's do a fantasy mock. I know, like you said, it's a little too early, but we don't have to worry. This is just a mock, so we don't have to worry about injuries or anything. So, how many teams do you want to do?
Let's do 10.
Let's do 10. And where do you want to draft?
Let's just do random. Hit random and see where they throw us.
Will it change? Okay, just hit it once.
Yeah, might as well. Let's see.
So,
well, I guess we're going to 7.
Do you want to leave it? That's what it was on. Do you want to leave it there? Or do you want to random again?
All right, try it again. We'll see. If it comes up 7, then we're playing the lottery.
9. There you go.
All right, we'll go 9.
Start your draft. McCaffrey's still coming off the board way too early. I'm sorry. I am not taking McCaffrey 4th overall.
No, not that early. It's way too early for him. Dalvin Cook to drop that far. I mean, they must be seeing something. So,
and with Cook dropping that far, I would assume we would take him here.
Yeah, without a doubt, you take him right there and get him on the board. First round, you're getting a pick 9. That's pretty much a steal. Then, I mean, for me to follow up, you're going to want to go wide receiver, but I'm not going to go Justin Jefferson because then you have 2 players on the same team.
Right.
If we didn't get Dalvin Cook, it would have been probably a great thing. So I'm going to go second best. We go Davante Adams.
Adams here.
He's going to put up the numbers regardless on what team he's on.
You think so? Let's see.
I do believe so, yeah.
I have our projections up. I'm going to make a little page here. We don't have a website yet. We're looking into that as well. So you guys can download all this. So Adams, we still have him 4th, projected 106 catches, 1,300 yards. Touchdown numbers are a little down, 8. I believe he's usually in double digits. So Sean, what do you think? These numbers too low for Adams? They do have a lot of weapons there in Vegas.
Right now, it's probably about where it's going to be till we see what the roster comes about when it gets closer to the season. For now, I go with him for sure being probably the 8 to 10 touchdowns, just because Waller, Jacobs, you got Adams, you got the weapons there that most teams dream of.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
And don't forget Hunter Renfrow. He's also there.
Right,
so
exactly. And they do have the good tight end there as well.
Yeah, and Darren Waller.
I must have clicked past it. Kickers. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Waller. So yeah, man. I mean, I even have Waller at 83 catches, just under 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. So, man, I know they were buddies. Adams and
Carr.
Thank you, man.
You're losing it today.
I am. Look, I don't even know where our mock draft went. So actually, eighth stage gaming is here. How are you guys? Doing well. I really wish I could partake. This seems like fun. It's basically predictions, right? Well, this is just a mock draft. We do Sean set up a Yahoo Fantasy League. If you would like to join that, I'll actually put that in the chat. If you'd like to join that, at least go over to the website and check it out. It's free to join. We are doing some giveaways for anybody that beats Sean or I. But if for some reason Sean or I win the league, we'll random those off to one of the teams that make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're not going to give out if one of us wins, we're still going to give out the prize. We're not going to take it or not give it out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I would.
go ahead.
No, I was just saying we wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, you would go Adams here at round 2.
Absolutely.
So and I like that, getting Cook and Adams, man. Oh, 8th Stage says, I can't take part because I don't know football that well. Sorry, I didn't explain it well. No, that's fine. Hang out with us. Actually, Sean's a lot smarter than I am. I'm actually just the one that was able to create software that does projections. So yeah, when it comes to knowing players and stuff on who to take, I usually ask Sean, and then sometimes I have to question that because we are in a lot of the same leagues. So does he steer me in the wrong direction? Sean, would you do that? Would you do that on purpose?
I wouldn't do that now.
I like football, I love Madden, but that's really it. Yeah, man, I haven't played Madden in ages. Do you play Madden? Do you have any video games?
I play occasionally.
All right, so let's look here. Our team, we got Dalvin Cook and Adams. So let's look. Some tight ends have started coming off the board here. But where would you go in round 3?
I think you still got to go wide receiver and go with that route.
Let's go over here. Let's over on the left. I have the actual rankings, and here in the center is who they're suggesting we take.
Who's the top running backs available?
Top running backs available. Connor's still on the board. Montgomery, Akers. Actually, let me put them over here. See what they say here.
Yeah, that's something we could probably wait on just because of who's available yet and such a drop off. So we'll definitely go wide receiver, just because of what pick we have. And I would definitely go with Mike Evans, just because the Tom Brady connection to Mike Evans. He's going to get the amount of PPR catches that you want in a year, and he always gets those touchdowns as well. So he's going to be able to put up a decent amount of stats for you.
Yeah. And once again, 8th Stage Gaming says, LOL. Okay, nice. Yeah, like I said, I put that link in the description. If just join the league. It's for fun. It's free. And you never know. You never know what's going to happen once you pick your team. There is a draft date set over there on the site, but that'll change once we fill up and make sure everybody can partake. If nobody's still here, he can join as well. I know he's in Germany, so we would have to factor in the time difference there for that to happen. But maybe we could do it on a Sunday, like during our stream or something.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, but here in the 3rd round, you said take Evans.
Yeah, I would absolutely, just because of the stats he could put up.
So Johnson came off the board, and then Montgomery came off the board from the Bears. So where would you go here? My guess would be running back or tight end.
I would go running back. My mind wants to say go with Connor, but honestly, I think the best bet is to honestly go with. I like to go with Antonio Gibson or Zeke, just because of the amount of catches they can get. And for that purposes, I think going Zeke would be the smart route, just because of the numbers he can put up in his down years. He still puts up a decent amount, especially in the Dallas offense where they throw the ball a lot. He can still get the amount of catches and touchdown catches, passing and rushing wise.
Yeah, so we're going Zeke here, giving us a good start to our team. Let's see here. Let's look at our roster again. Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Adams, and Evans. Man, those guys, a lot of those guys used to be all first-round picks.
Absolutely.
So here we are in round 5. Which way you heading? Right now I have running backs up on the board. There, I switched it to all.
The fact that James Conner is still there, I kind of want to say let's get him, just so we have a good running back duo there, and especially because he can put up the stats. I would go with him.
Yep, I agree there. I like that. He kind of broke out last year a little bit. He was always a name, but I think people didn't project what he did last year, and you know.
No, not at all.
Let's see here, Connor. Okay, and he right now he's not our starter. We could either use him as a flex, definitely on a bye week. Eighth Stage Gaming says he only knew Patrick Mahomes on that list.
Yeah, in this spot here, we definitely got to draft a tight end. We have to get that position done and get that position locked down. And for that, I say let's go Dallas Goedert just because Philly's offense is going to be throwing the ball, and he's definitely going to be a good key piece to have there on that offense.
All right, so let's take Goddard. Actually, let's see if we go tight end. Let's see what they say here. Goddard is third. So, but I agree with you. Out of the guys that were still there, I liked Goddard in that position. Eighth Stage Gaming. I know you said you play Madden. Do you have a favorite team when you play, or do you have a team you root for when you watch football? Let's see. I like adding guys. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Definitely here we have to draft a quarterback just because we can't keep waiting too long. And with our picks that we have, I would definitely take Russell Wilson just because of the mobility and the fact that he's going to be on a new team, so he's going to be slinging the ball. But I also like Matt Stafford. He's on the Rams. So
now I have a question before you go there. I know we both really like Amon-Ra St. Brown. Any chances of taking him here and waiting for the quarterback in 2 picks come off the board?
Yeah.
And then we pick again.
Yeah, we could do that too. We could even draft a running back or a receiver just because we have 2 picks coming up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could look and see what other kind of running backs or receivers we have that are available just to pick from, just so we could see who to pick from.
Let's see here. These are the running backs. Breece Hall still available. Mitchell from San Francisco. ETN coming back from injury. I would assume he's going to be the starter to start the year.
Yeah, I believe so.
With Robinson being injured.
I believe he will be. What kind of receivers we got available?
Receivers, that's what they're saying there. But
yeah, I wouldn't mind taking Amon-Ra St. Brown just because him and Jared Goff did get that connection finally. So I would say going there would be the safe route.
And then we can look at quarterbacks at the next pick. Yeah. So let's go Brown here. And quarterback didn't come off the board, so we can definitely go back to that. So would you still take Russell Wilson here?
I'd probably go Matt Stafford just because him able to throw more touchdown passes. With Russell Wilson, you don't know what kind of connections he's going to get with the Broncos offense in the first year there.
Oh man, Patriots, really? Do I need to stop the live stream now? As a Jets fan, I don't like that answer. That was bad. Stafford, though. Let's take Stafford here. Oh, Michael Vick's time. Yep. So let's go back to our roster here. We got Stafford, Cook, Elliott, Adams, Evans, St. Brown, Goddard. And right now, our bench, we have Connor. So defense and kicker can wait till the last 2 rounds. So let's start filling in our bench here.
Yeah, I mean, I would go running back here just because you never have too many of those. To have 2 of those on the bench would be a good piece to have. And with that being said, Miles Sanders is available, and I do like that. But at the same time, I don't like that for the same fact that we already have one running back one player from the Eagles. So I would probably swing my answer more towards Clyde Edwards-Helaire just because he's on a different team. And you don't really have to worry about having 2 multiple buys on the same team.
Let me just flip over to receiver here. I agree with looking at that real quick. I would go Clyde Edwards-Helaire over any of those wide receivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, we're up in 3 more picks anyways, so we can get a receiver then to fill in.
So, Eighth Stage Gaming says, "Is Russell a good player?" And LOL, you're not liking my answer yet. Actually, I like Russell Wilson going to Denver. I love their wide receiver group there. So I know they have a rookie tight end. They sent Fant back in that trade to Seattle. So big question mark there. But great running backs, great receivers. I'm not sure how their line is, but you know, he should perform well there. Your thoughts on what Russell Wilson in Denver?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good fit there. Just because new team, usually you always overperform when you go somewhere new.
Yeah, so let's look here. I'm stuck on running backs. Here we are, all. And let's go back to all.
I would say we're probably gonna draft a wide receiver here, just because we need to start filling in that role. And I say we go no further than the dropping down to number 50 there and getting your favorite player, Alan Lazard. I know how much you really like having him.
I do, and he's got to stay healthy. And this is a contract year for him. They're done. He's done being a restricted free agent. So if he wants a contract from Green Bay, he's got to step it up. Or if he wants a contract with another team, he's really got to step it up as well. So
Absolutely.
Lazard here, and he's just a depth piece for us. So it's
Yeah,
not,
he's a
it's
good-
not like
and
we're
he's a
going to
good-
rely on him every week.
Yeah, and he's a good fill-in piece to have.
Here we
Now,
are in the 11th round.
What
Let's
kind
look at
of
our
running
roster.
backs are available?
Let's go to running back over here and running back here.
Anyone else lower that's available there?
Naheem Hines, your guy. You're talking up him pretty big last stream, right?
Yeah, so some available there.
So I really, let's see here. Who is our running backs here? Cook, Elliott, Connor, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
One was Cordell Patterson taken off the list.
Let's see here. Oh, there's James Cook. Oh, right there.
Right there.
After our Lazard pick.
But what kind of wide receivers we got? Anyone good available at wide receiver?
Wide receiver. Ooh.
There's some good picks right there.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like Olave just because New Orleans, but with them drafting Landry or getting Landry in a free agency and Thomas coming back, I'm kind of iffy on that. So I would say let's try to go to a backup tight end role here,
Okay.
just so we could fill in that.
Man.
And I would definitely probably grab Dalton Schultz just because he's a great player to have, especially being on Dallas, and the fact that we already have a starter with our tight end position being, I believe we got. I completely forgot who we picked.
Let's look at our team here. We picked Goddard.
Goddard, yeah, that's what I thought we did, but I was like, I don't remember. So having Goddard and Schultz, you have probably 2 of the top 5 tight ends in the league right now. So that would be a great pick to have. The only thing downside is we're gonna have a bye with a running back being Zeke, but other than that, our team should be good enough to go.
Yeah, and depending like this league, I don't know why it changed. Usually it's got 2, and a flex. Depending on your flex spot, if you can, some leagues do allow you to put a tight end there. So having Goddard and Schultz, depending on bye weeks, you might be able to use both of those guys in your lineup.
Absolutely. And then with this spot here, let's draft a backup quarterback. You definitely need that.
Rankings. Quarterback. So
who's all available? Cousins and Fields there. Anyone?
Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Matty Ice, Tannehill, Winston, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Danny Dimes, Carson Wentz. So still, actually, I don't know if you want to wait.
I would say we probably, since we're here, I would say let's get Russell Wilson, just because he's available yet and he fell below what we would expect him to fall.
Mm-hmm. So let's keep going here. Rounds 14 and 15 will probably we got to save for our kicker and defense. But let's see here. Let's go back to our roster here. Here's our bench so far: Connor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Lazard, Schultz, and Wilson.
Yeah.
So
So I would go.
sorry. My guess here would probably be wide receiver.
Yeah, between wide receiver and running back, just to see who we have, who's available. Whoever the best people left would probably be where we're going to go.
Oh my guy, Overlord is here. Hey guys, how are you? Overlord, how are you? Thanks for. I sent him a message on Twitter the other day. He responded. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you again.
And then 8th Stage Gaming said he had to leave.
8th Stage, thanks for stopping by.
But it was nice having you in the chat. What wide receivers are all available here?
Let's see here. You and I should actually join a league and do this. The problem is you don't get this much time to draft.
No.
So having it set up here, I can set it up where it doesn't let us do that. So I'm sorry, you said wide receivers?
Yeah, what kind of free agent people are available overall?
Let's see here. Wide receivers. So Boyd's still available. He's dropping. I know he's the third wide receiver there in Cincinnati. Rondale Moore, who I like a lot. I liked Galladay when he was in Detroit.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like him with the Giants. MVS there with Kansas City. Chark with Detroit, but how's he going to do when?
Yeah, I would actually think about he's a little bit lower there. He's right there at number 66 between him and Jahan Dotson at 68. But I think McCole Hardman, he's got to have that make or break year.
Got you. So you would go Hardman here?
I would definitely for sure.
Overlord says he's doing awesome. Just been working and editing for TikTok lately. No, that's all right. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I would consider Christian Watson right here. I loved Christian Watson. I like him going to Green Bay. I just don't know.
I just wouldn't want
an immediate connection there. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah.
Keep over talking you.
Plus, we already have Alan Lazard. You can't have two. So I would definitely go McCole Hardman just because he's on the Chiefs.
So that brings us to 14 and 15. So we got to do kicker and defense here.
Let's get our defense locked in. Kickers are kind of that player, that irrelevancy. And
honestly, if here at the beginning of the 14 round, to me, if Buffalo's still available, I'm taking them. But I'll let you.
See, I don't want to do Buffalo because if you look at our team, we have a lot of buys on that week, and we don't want to short ourselves. Yeah. So
roster 7. Oh yeah, 7 is man. Good thing you're paying attention.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to those buys. But if I'm picking, I'm probably going to go with. I would probably go the Chargers or the Rams.
Let's look over here. There's the Rams at 8. That's way too low to me, if you ask. But they have a bye round 7 as well.
Then
where are the? Did somebody take the Chargers?
Chargers, I believe, we're at 9 there.
Oh.
11.
Oh, 11. So and they're around 8 or week 8 for the bye.
Then I would probably go the safe route, and honestly, I'm probably going to say go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just because it's the Bucs and they're going to do enough to keep them in contention.
Mm-hmm. So let's draft Tampa Bay. And then for round 15, that'll take us to our kicker. Oh, man.
Yeah, we're not going to get a good one now, but it's all right. We'll just go with Harrison Butker.
Yeah, I mean that's still going to be good. Kansas City's going to put up a ton of points.
Yeah, he's Mr. Reliable for sure.
Yeah, so let's see what they grade. Let's see what that's 76. Not bad. Not great either, but I love that team.
Why can't we get a B+ or an A?
I don't know. I don't know what they based their ranking on. if you click on any of these, it takes you to the sign-in page. So the only question mark to me on our team really is Alan Lazard.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, we have a reliable team. We have 2 Dallas players. We have 2 Kansas City. Actually, we have 3 Kansas Cities, I believe. Yeah, with Butker, Edwards, and McCole Hardman. But other than that, I think our team is pretty set. I mean, you got 2 top quarterbacks. I think that, and then we have what was available to pick from at pick 9. I mean, you don't really get many great players to pick from usually when you're that low.
Yeah, well, in the first round, you mean?
In general.
Yeah, but I mean, in the first round, we still had Cook available.
Yeah, and that was a steal.
That's unbelievable. If Cook, we went Cook in round 1 and then Adams in round 2. I would not be surprised in maybe not a 10-team league, but a 12-team league. Those guys definitely go first round, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt that they're probably both first rounders. So we got both of them in the first and the second round.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with that.
So let's see if there's been any updates on Twitter for the NFL news. Bears Justin Fields on the wide receiver core. Just because we don't have a big name guy doesn't mean these guys aren't talented. I have plenty of confidence in myself and my teammates that we're going to get the job done. Your thoughts on Fields? I'd have to look at their wide receivers. I'm not sure who. I know they have. Man, just lost it. Mooney. Mooney's there, but I'm not too sure about the rest. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know about the. Yeah, I'm not sure about the rest, but I think he's got to just have a prove it season, just because you got to be able to go out there and perform. And if you're sitting here saying that just because they don't have a big name guy, then you got to make sure those little guys are out there, get noticed, and put on the board.
Yeah. So let's keep looking here. NFL bandwagons to hop on in 2022. The New Orleans Saints, who somehow went from like $80 million over the cap to still having cap space available and making tons of moves. The biggest question mark to me for the Saints, well, of course, is going to be Kamara, depending on what happens with his legal troubles. Michael Thomas coming back from injury. But yeah, your thoughts on the Saints here?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to Jameis Winston and how they perform overall as a team. Without Thomas being there last year, they didn't really get that time to click. So I think that's where it comes down to.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence down in Jacksonville. I like what they did in Jacksonville. I love the Doug Peterson hiring. So your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I love that signing. I think they're in contention to be a playoff team.
Yeah. Overlord says Saints should be a team to watch for sure. I'm not set on Jags yet, and don't talk about the Eagles. Let's see, and they're saying Josh McDaniels topped the list. I don't like Josh McDaniels. Oops, sorry.
No, I'm not. Josh McDaniels isn't. I don't know. It's not one of those top bandwagons to jump on for me, if in my opinion.
Yeah, let's see what the actual report says here. Later, get out of here with this. The Saints, they were 9-8 last year. Trevor Lawrence, we touched on. Josh McDaniels, Cam Akers. He came back at the end of last year. What do you thought? You high on Akers, or still too big of a question mark for you?
It's too big of a question mark to see what kind of season he has this year when he comes back full time, and to see what their workload is for him.
Let's get rid of that. Like Overlord said, he didn't want to talk about the Eagles, but they're on the list. Man, I don't know. That division.
It's the Eagles.
That division is tough to read.
Yeah, it's still the Eagles.
I mean, is Dallas the best team in that division? I know it's not the Giants.
It's Washington.
It could be.
Just because they changed their name.
The Commodores, right?
Yeah. The football team.
The football team. Javonte Williams in Denver. Loved that duo last year there in Denver. So your thoughts? in our mocks they have him going in the first round. I think that's a little early yet. Definitely a second round pick, but first is still a little early. Your thoughts on Williams in Denver?
Yeah, I think he's a second or third round pick overall.
Yeah, J.C. Horn on defense. Pep Hamilton is the OC in Houston. Yeah, that'll be something to watch. I know they love Davis Mills down there, so it'll be interesting to see how they do with him. Rashad Bateman, a receiver in Baltimore. It's all going to depend on the quarterback situation there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It all comes down to Lamar and what happens there.
So that was that. That wasn't that big of a list. We did that. So man, actually, it's been a slow news day here. Not much happening with the NFL at the moment.
Yeah, slow week to begin with.
Yeah. So that's our projections. I will have I'm working on a file where you guys can look at these whenever you want and download these whenever you want. So trying to get that taken care of as well. That was our mock USFL. I haven't been paying too much attention to that.
I saw that some teams started clinching playoff spots.
Well, they all make the playoffs.
Oh, do they? And they were starting to clinch seeding.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Still, the Stallions are still undefeated. I'm like, wait, how did they have 7 games and they only have 6? I forgot some teams played yesterday. So let's see if anybody's standing out. Team stats, rushing yards, average yards a game. Let's look at that. So this kid Corbin from Michigan is averaging 86 yards a game. I wonder. Like I said, I haven't been paying close enough attention, so I don't know if any of these kids are going to get
Yeah, neither have I, honestly.
Invites to training camps or anything.
Yeah, it's hard to say just because they've been swapping players out so continuously and so often.
Yeah, it looks like we lost our feed and then it came back. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, exactly. I just saw your message. I don't know what happened. It looks like we just lost the feed and it came back. So hopefully, people come back. That stinks that happened. But yeah. Well, it's going to be tough to announce it now with nobody here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure people can reach out to Twitter and see that what we plan on doing.
See if people come back here. It's not telling me. Yeah, see, something happened, and I must have been on my end where everything reset.
Yeah, it's weird.
Since we're back up to 3, so hopefully some people come back in. We didn't do anything on our end to end the stream, so sorry about that. If anybody's still here, it says 3, so hopefully some Overlord and people like that are coming back in. Maybe my Wi-Fi glitched out or something. So I don't know. You didn't lose me any time, did you?
No, I stayed in with you the whole time. It says now we're back up to 4.
4. So yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Thanks for coming back. I don't know. Even though well, if my Wi-Fi did glitch out, what I forgot to do is because I'm hardwired. I do for the streams. I do plug in to the internet. I should have shut the Wi-Fi off. I wonder if that's.
Yeah, maybe it could be. So but now we're back up and running.
Yeah, now we're back up and running. There it says we're back live. So, oh man, sorry about that, guys. Let's look here. So, Sean, I don't know. I don't know because we didn't do the yard work yesterday. I don't know about tomorrow. We were talking about doing a live stream. We could either go a little longer today and do that, or just plan on. I can't give you a definite time yet.
Yeah, we could always plan it for tomorrow night, even, or at some point tomorrow, maybe. If not, we'll save it for Thursday.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you have those. We're not ending yet, but make sure you have those notifications on as well, so you know when we do go live. Or you can follow us on Twitter. I always tweet something out when we do go live. So let's look here. Sean, anything else you want to talk about?
No, it's just been a quiet off season, which is shocking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And ever since the draft, it's been ever since the schedule, it's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's been just silence, which is odd.
Oh, it doesn't tell me who's here at the moment. I was looking to see. Let's double check Twitter here. I know we're not a racing channel, but I know today's a big day of racing. We're both into IndyCar. The Indianapolis 500 just started. In NASCAR, the Coca-Cola 600 is today. So lots of hours of racing. You're gonna watch every lap, or
I'll try
take a break?
I'll try to.
Yeah.
Bathroom breaks.
Yeah, but that's true. That's true. Gotta make sure you stay hydrated, and doing that, you definitely have to use the bathroom. But man, guys that are still coming back, thanks for coming back. I don't know what happened there with the glitch, but let's see here. Let me check one more time with Twitter. Still the Justin Fields story. So, yeah, real quiet. We do have the league. We have 6 teams signed up for the league so far. I'm going to double check that as well. Yep, still 6 teams.
Yeah, we'll get there though.
Especially once we start getting into July and August, I think the guys will start joining that as well. But yeah, some of those rules that I asked you to change. I do have somebody that said they would join if we changed it to the free agent bidding.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy those more just because it makes it a year-long thing overall than instead of a week-to-week thing.
Yeah. So instead of forcing anything, I think we'll cut our stream short there. Instead of, I don't want to start something new and then go on for 2 hours or something. I know people have things they want to do today. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Sean and I will definitely be back on Thursday night at 7. But make sure you hit that notification button because we might be doing a live stream tomorrow where we talk. I'll just show this one on screen. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Sean put this little thing together. He put all the over/under team wins, and we'll go through and make our predictions here early in the off season. Maybe come up with some kind of wager.
We'll figure it out for sure
to see how many we get different. But Sean, thanks for being here. Anything to add before we head out?
Just have a good Memorial Day weekend, everybody, and enjoy it.
Yeah, guys, thanks for being here. Like I said, we'll be back Thursday night at 7, definitely. But yeah, hit that notification button because we'll probably do something tomorrow. We're both off of work tomorrow, so once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back after we had that little glitch there.
Thank you guys.
Yep, and we'll see you all in the next one.
See you guys.